That's funny. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be next week, and we're getting our canoes from, or we got the canoes from the military base in London.
Yeah.
And so we went to go pick them up in the afternoon. The morning of, the military does like a routine inspection of them, and we're like, oh, sorry, 2 of them actually were not upkept good enough, so we can't give them to you because they don't work. We were like, what? Yes. They were like, yeah, sorry, we only have 2 for you now. One double and 1 single, and there were supposed to be 5 of us, so now we only have 3 spots for the canoe trip itself. And yeah, we're trying to think about ways that we could split it up or do it where it's like the river kind of follows roads, so we might do 2 people walk, 3 people kayak or canoe, and then you switch every night. It's gonna be 3 days. That's one option. Another option, actually we don't really have any other options other than that. Like,
yeah, some people don't go, I guess.
Some people don't go, or we try to buy one off like Marketplace or something and then resell it right away, or buy one from and like new and resell it. But that seems like a lot of work, and everyone's busy right now, so can't do that. And also we expected, I don't know, what do you think of when you hear a canoe and a kayak? Like what?
I don't know, how do I describe that?
Yeah, how would you think of it? Would you think it's like one of those,
like a 10-foot long, maybe 12-foot canoe, like 2 seats?
Yeah. What do you think, plastic or like the wooden ones that's more like,
I imagine, yeah, some wood / fiberglass,
yeah,
sort of thing.
Yeah, no, it's they're inflatable.
Oh.
So I don't think those are going to be moving too fast down the river, and I'm pretty sure that we are not going to make it to our destination of going all the way down the Thames from London. Yeah, so I think that's a real buzzkill, the fact that they're not like actual canoes.
Yeah, because I did like portaging.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would have a nice normal canoe.
Yeah. No, so that's a bit of a bummer. That kind of threw me a little bit, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be sitting in some inflatable kayak or canoe. I would rather do like one of those actual canoes, yeah, or kayaks, doesn't really matter which. But
yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like a cheap one is gonna be around $1,000.
Yeah. If you're getting it new, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the only thing, is the logistics are kind of falling apart, but it should be exciting. We're also just planning on camping on some random farmland. Like, we're just praying that they don't notice us around this time, which is like, there's no way they do, but I feel like we shouldn't have any fires if we're on someone else's land.
Yeah, hopefully it gets warm.
Yeah, if it's a day like today, I feel like it'll be a little bit miserable, but honestly it could be better though, because we have to wear a full dry suit, which is going to be hot, and then we're also going to be paddling all day, which is also going to be a hot activity.
Yeah, but to sleep in this, it's going to be freezing. Do you have a good sleeping bag?
I have a sleeping bag that's rated for something below 0.
Oh, okay.
Holy puddle. Man. Yeah, just get up on this oh, we're actually testing it out today with this walk is really going to test out my knee capabilities, because usually any walk under 5k is like really minimal. Then when you get up to like 2 hours of walking, I can start getting a little bit of irritation. Okay. But my knee is also feeling a lot better than it was a month ago, which is weird because I haven't done anything different. But yeah, I went to go see a specialist last weekend, and like hit my knees incredibly. Like I did a leg day the day before to try and hurt my knee so that I could like help them diagnose it on me.
Yeah.
And I did like a pretty intense leg day and got no knee pain. So I was like, what? This is the strangest thing. But yeah, walks are usually a good indicator of how it's going. Did you? Yeah, where it's at. Did you just do your capstone yesterday? Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Yeah, we won.
You won?
Yeah, we won.
Damn. Who's in your group?
Doubt you know them, but it's Izzy. So she's like heavily involved with what's the team? The gear team.
The gear team.
You know, like the build team who does all like
the
peg
O weeks.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's on that or whatever.
Okay.
Then Mel Frucci. Yeah. Then you know who maybe Aditi is? She's an Ivy girl.
Okay.
And then a girl named Yenny who's like Chem AI but a year younger.
Oh, I see.
She like
You're younger and she started doing capstone?
yeah, she ended up she only has 4 courses left. So she like fast tracked
Oh,
her degree.
damn.
Overloaded whenever
Overloaded.
possible.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, that's sounds like a good team. What was the topic of? I think there's supposed to be a trail somewhere around here, but I forget how to get down to it. I think it might be this way a little bit. What was the topic of it?
Ours is like a more sustainable aspirin plant. Oh, maybe this. These stairs? No.
No, it just goes down to the parking lot. Those stairs look... Oh no, okay. Figured it out. There is no trail. We gotta go over one street and then the trail starts back up. More sustainable what, sorry?
Aspirin?
Aspirin plant? Okay. Like the whole plant?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
big.
design all the different reactors, whatever, pumps, size them, cost them.
Okay. So there's a lot of... How much, like, just pure calculations is, like... You already know what the technology that is on the drivetrain is and you just kind of have to size it? Or do you have to, like, research the technology that's going on the drivetrain itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all first semester is like figuring out what you need to have and figuring out the process chemistry whatever,
Yeah.
and then designing the plant. And then the second semester is more about costing it, sizing all the units, that kind of thing.
Why'd you choose that as the topic?
It's same as you, that we just get like a list of like 10.
Yeah. And it's
So
just...
it's just like
Yeah.
one of the options.
One of the options.
Yeah, and like we're not allowed to have like multiple people with the same one like you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everyone has to have a unique one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, we got lucky that we were the only group that did ours. So it was kind of just completely free, like free reign to do whatever we wanted. Because, I mean, I guess ours was kind of similar to yours, the fact that we were doing a water treatment plant.
Yeah.
And so you have to do like the whole drivetrain, make sure everything's, but instead of whatever the hell was going through your plant, ours is just water, so it's very simple. Everything's just water, but you just have to size everything. And it's actually been a like capstone topic since 2013. We were in the civil room and we found an old...
You go here?
Yeah, left here, yeah. We found an old report that was from 2013 with the exact same project.
Huh.
And I thought that was funny the fact that they've been planning this for so long and they're still not even starting construction on it yet. Like, they have a plan now, apparently, like an official plan, but yeah. How would you rate your Western engineering experience now that we're coming up to the close?
Coming to the end. Like, I've loved it. Yeah. I would say, like, the question I always ask people is like, how would you rank your 5 years?
Yeah.
So I've already asked you this, like, how you would rank it.
Yeah, I would say it's
like,
been pretty good. I mean,
no, like with your second year be your best year, your third year. So how would you rank?
Which year has been my favorite year?
But you would rank them.
Oh, okay.
Like 1 through 5.
Okay. How would I rank them? That's a good question. I feel like first year has got to be. I think first year is number 1, just because everything. I liked the novelty of first year, the fact that it was just, life is so different now. And you really have to figure it out. And then, I don't know, this year's been pretty good. I feel like years 2 through 4 were just like kind of the same for me. I feel like it was all just, yeah, I'd probably go 1-5. And then 2-4-3, because third year was like just a pure AI year, and that was like not the most enjoyable for me. Like DS3000. What about you? How would you rank Warriors?
No one has ever been close to my ranking. But yeah, like normally everyone's, I don't know, like 4, 2, 3, 5, 1 or something like this, like,
yeah,
even, but yeah, mine's 1, 5, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 5, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Yours is.
That's close.
No, exactly. I've never had anyone.
We just had the 3 and the 4 switched.
Yeah. For me, like 4th year was like, again, civil and chem did it differently with the AI. That was like more of my AI year.
Oh.
And it was just a lot of my friends were on co-op.
Yep.
So then I was just like sitting in the chem classes just alone.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a bunch of younger years, and I would just chill, do Ellis Dawn work all class. Like I didn't like pay attention.
Yeah.
Is that a path down, or is there no?
It's, I think it's on the other side. I think we cross this road, go down that way, and then go that way.
Yeah, okay.
It's an interesting little spot in London.
Yeah, so yeah, that would be definitely like
the order.
Yeah, same exact thing with the novelty of first year. It was just so awesome, so new, so different.
Yeah.
Moving away from home.
Which residence were you in?
I was Ohal.
Ohal?
You said you were Saugeen?
I was Saugeen, yeah. Yeah, the first O week was like probably the craziest week I've had of my life. Or at least the biggest bender. Like, that was a insane week.
Yeah, for me, I never like, I had 1 beer before university.
Yeah.
So the very first like day or second day, both Sarah and I, like, I think we finished like a bottle of like vodka or something, like just us two.
Yep.
And she died. Like a full day and a half of like not moving.
Holy cow.
Because we didn't know our limits whatsoever. We were just taking shots like nothing.
Yeah.
And then dead.
Yeah, first year was definitely a time of figuring out your limits, because I was pretty similar. Like, I don't think I was ever like more than a couple drinks before. Like I never felt drunk before coming to university. And then first week it's like, oh, you find someone on your floor that's buying alcohol. It's like, oh, get me a 2.6 of vodka.
Yeah.
And then you don't remember anything else.
Yeah.
But you know, it was fun. Yeah, it was a crazy a week. Like, I also remember everyone being super like nervous of getting caught for stuff.
Oh yeah, with COVID and everything.
Yeah, and like just scared of like the dawns and everything like that. Oh, so it stays up top. And yeah, first year, then when classes started, everyone's figuring out what classes you have to go to. I remember spending like buying every single textbook in first term of first year.
Yeah.
And that's the only textbooks I ever bought. I'm like, oh, this is so stupid.
Yep.
I could get all of these online. They got me for like $1,000. It was a sad time.
Yeah, I think the days of textbooks are definitely going.
Oh yeah.
It's just when they make you buy those stupid access codes or whatever.
Oh yeah, for something that like is attached to an assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
You also have to use it for like some of your concrete or.
Oh yeah, there's
wood or
standards
whatever.
that you
Yeah,
have
for
to
you
get.
guys.
I've only gotten one and I sold it. So I was like, if I need it, when I need it, I'll buy a new one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
'cause, yeah, we don't use that at all.
no,
Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be some chemical standards, no?
Sure, but yeah, you just search them up. You don't
Oh,
ever have to.
to have a physical copy.
No.
That would be nice. You could just search it up. No, civil people are greedy. A lot of greed. These are some of the most interesting fences I've seen.
Yeah. That guy's like treehouse above the garage. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like that's a classic. I remember one of my friends had like it wasn't really a tree house. It was something similar, but it was built like right next up to their house. I remember always just chilling in there when I was young. If you got like an area outside of a house that you could climb, I was there. Yeah. In first year, did you already know you were gonna do chemical, or did you make that decision?
No, yeah, I did. Like, I applied to 3 schools. I did like Waterloo Chem Eng, U of T Chem Eng, and then Western Engineering.
Okay,
So I was
you're
chem
set.
all the way, basically.
What made you chem all the way?
Like chemical or chemistry was always my favorite class in like high school. I was thinking even before chemical engineering, I was thinking chemist. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah?
was my plan. And then I was like, jobs, more schooling after. And I was like, it's probably gonna be way easier to transition from chem eng to chemist than it is backwards.
Yeah,
And if I realize, oh, I don't like this chemistry stuff nearly as much after 20 years, you're kind of locked in with chemist. Like,
yeah,
you can't really do much else with the degree. That
yeah.
was the main reason to switch. But the main thing for me was like, I never looked at a line of code before university.
Really?
So, like, Causey's first year class, like, I loved coding after
Yeah.
that. And I was like coding like Pong on Java, like just random side projects.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just like, whoa, you can like do stuff with this coding thing. Like, I
Yeah.
was doing all these like YouTube tutorials, whatever. And then that's why I added on AI. But so that was unexpected. I was like actually considering not necessarily not going to engineering, but I was really dreading having to code. I was like, no, that's some like nerdy shit, like
Yeah, that's a.
computer geeks code, whatever. Like, I don't want to do that, but
But then you fell in love with it.
I like coding.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
we're going this way or this way?
We'll go into the forest.
Yeah.
Go a little
Yeah,
deeper. See what's in there. Yeah, I had a similar, but not quite the same. I kind of just went into engineering just because I was good at math and I hated doing English.
Yep.
So I was like, what does that where does that go? Oh, engineering. And then my parents knew some electrical engineers. I was like, electricity, that sounds cool. I'll apply for electrical engineering everywhere. So I applied all around to electrical engineering, and I got accepted by Western and Carleton. And I was like, Ottawa, London, Ottawa, London, I'm going to London. I did like
Where are you from again?
Oakville, which is like right in the middle of, doesn't really matter. I mean, London's definitely closer than Ottawa.
Sure.
But yeah, I didn't visit either of the schools, didn't even really look into either of the programs.
Oh boy.
I just made the decision purely off of just vibes. And like,
what vibes? The name of the school? Like,
I don't know, just like, what do I think? Yeah, pretty much just like pure.
You didn't research the program.
Like I knew both of them were good enough.
Yeah.
But I didn't like go into the nitty gritty or anything. I'm like, I'm gonna choose Western. And then yeah, came first year for electrical engineering, and then physics 1 midterm hit. I'm like, I don't think I'm cut out for this shit.
Physics 1.
Or maybe physics 2, maybe both. Both the physics. I don't know.
Physics 2 was.
I think I did better in physics 2 than I did in physics 1.
Wow, okay.
I don't remember what was the content of either of them. All I know was in first term, I was partying a lot more than second term.
Physics 1 was like energy, motion, projectiles, whatever. Physics 2 was like waves.
Yeah, I don't know, but one of those, and then statics. I don't know how well you remember statics, but I flew through that class and I was like, what engineering is this? Civil? I feel like I'm pretty good at this. So I switched over to civil, and then they just announced the program of AI, and I was like, AI? Sounds so cool. Everyone keeps saying AI is going to be the future. So I was like, something I'm good at and something that's probably going to be the future. Should probably get well versed in both of those.
Yeah, I agree. Like, truly, the AI program definitely needs a lot of work and improvement. But just having literally the letters of AI on your degree, on your resume, it has opened a lot of doors for me personally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like, it's a huge talking point. Like, everywhere I go at all these conferences, I tell people, oh, I'm studying chemical engineering and AI. They're like, what? What, like,
yeah,
you're studying AI, and how does that combine with chem eng? And we're not going on like a tangent about AI. Everyone has to tell me their opinion on AI. They're like, oh, I don't like it. Oh.
What do you think the general consensus on AI is from like the people you're meeting?
The people I'm meeting, generally, they don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, they're very worried about job prospects, learning prospects. Yeah, that like, people find it kind of scary, I would say.
Yeah. I feel like when looking at AI, you have to look at like past new technologies that have revolutionized the society. And no two technologies are going to be identical, of course, but you can think back to stuff such as like horses to car, like a car to horses, and the combustion engine is like, everyone on the time was hating on cars.
Yeah.
You look back to TVs, and there was a question in like the 50s, or I don't know if it was 40s, 50s, or 60s, but sometime around there, there was a survey of how many people think that they are going to purchase a TV. It was a 94% said no. Like,
yeah, like,
and
why do I need this? I have my newspaper, like,
yeah,
all the entertainment I need.
And then more recently, phones and the internet. You can look at that, and everyone was hating on it at the beginning, And then everyone starts getting a BlackBerry. Can you go this way? This looks like it's closed. We go up. Yeah, like, if you look at all these technologies, there's a bunch of people that don't like it, and it is also used like in generally not good ways.
Yeah.
Like, there's bad uses for every new technology, and those usually come out first. Like, can we cross here?
Yeah.
And like, with the cars, as soon as cars could get fast enough, criminals were running illegal stuff as fast as they could. TV, as soon as there's TV, there's, oh no, let's go this way. There's another trail on the other side of the river that's
Yeah.
a little bit,
Under construction.
yeah, not dug out for whatever reason.
Bunch of civil kids.
Yeah, civil people all messing this up, taking their damn
This
sweet
does
time.
look new. It's like part of the group.
Yeah, I think they redid this whole street last year.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, especially with the middle. It's new.
Like TVs, as soon as there's TVs, people are starting to record fucked up stuff. As soon as there's internet, people start sharing fucked up stuff and use it badly. As soon as there's AI, people are going to use AI to try to get ahead, maybe in an ethical way, maybe in an unethical way. Probably not very good. But eventually, society kind of figures it out, and the most useful use cases start to get discovered. It opens up all new fields of everything. I know it is a completely new technology where it can learn from itself and do things on its own, like, which will decrease the personal burden. But
So what about this? Like, why do you think we need to like move forward technologically?
why do we need to move forward technologically?
Yeah, like what's wrong with not advancing research, living how we live right now? Why do we need AI and this new tech? And like, what philosophically is like the point?
It's a great question. Let's cut a left down here and just go through this. I feel like there's, like, at the end of the day, that's just what humans do.
Sure. But
I feel
why?
like humans have a general, like, genetic, like, there's things about, if you want to look at it from the most, like, biological lens that I could see, it's the fact that the people who quote unquote contributed the most to their specific societies, if you go back to hunter-gatherer times, it would have been their tribe. The people who contributed the most and did the most for the common goals, whatever they happened to be, those are the people who got to reproduce. And so the most ambitious people were, like, the people who got to reproduce, and their lineage keeps going, and it just gets more and more ambitious, and then that just snowballs further and further. And that's why I think humans have an innate, like, it's very tough for people to just sit still and do nothing. They always want to be doing stuff. They always want to be conquesting. And a lot of that is based off of, like, whatever societal glory they want, like, to achieve on a personal end. And there is also, like, people who want to use their ambitions to help as many people as they possibly can. But I think for the most part, people want to be productive, and they want to be seen as productive by other people. Like,
I think that's the best answer I've got.
really,
Yeah, because I asked this to a lot of people, and everyone always says to, like, better society, and I sort of question whether a lot of inventions really better society.
No, I think it's humans are creative people, and like if you want to take it towards like a more religious stance, like I'm personally religious,
Yeah.
and like like at least Christianity, I think a lot of other religions as well see God as a creator, and also see in it that you are supposed to be godlike. And so as God is the ultimate creator, you're supposed to create like God does. That's creating a family, that's creating new inventions, but just be creative and productive in general is like part of the religious pretext of our society. But then there's also the genetic, ambitious aspect of it. Hi.
Hello.
And so I feel like there's a lot of reasons that humans do what they do, and I feel like humans don't understand a lot of the reasons because so much of what humans do is subconscious. But what other answers have you gotten other than like, oh, people just want to do better, do good things for society?
Yeah, my always question to the people who say like they better society, I sort of like with the invention of, say, like an escalator. I don't know. Like the idea is with an escalator, in my opinion, the people who are almost better in society are those who are almost reverting back from a lot of our technological advancements. Those who don't drive everywhere, they're the ones who are more fit, whatever. Those who take the stairs places, those who sort of go against fast food. They're the ones, like all this technological advancements, we speed up to pump out as much food as possible, but then it's like shitty for you. And so I sort of question like a lot of these advancements. In my opinion, those who are like living almost some of the best lives are the ones who don't use these inventions. However, I think the big thing for me with technological advancements is accessibility. That like when I'm in, say, Bolivia or whatever, if you're born with a disability, you are, in my opinion, objectively gonna have a worse life than in Canada. That like, I think you can have a similar level of happiness in Canada versus Bolivia, baseline, if you're born whatever without any major diseases.
Yep.
But if you're, say, like born without legs or something, there's so many systems in place to have accessibility, like there is just like mountainous, there's no such thing as wheel trans, you can't get around, you can't get a job. You're basically just have to live in your house, family taking care of you. You can't do anything, you can't be a productive member of society, whatever. That I think that's a big one for me. That like, yeah. And that we're more inclusive of all people instead of just the able-bodied, I don't know, majority.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point about the advantages of technological revolution, is the fact that you can use it for stuff like that. And I don't think I know there definitely is people who go out of their way to, when they're creating something or when they are doing business practices, they know it is not the best thing for society as a whole, but they're selfishly profiting from it. And so they keep doing it anyway because it's good for them. But I don't think that's how a lot of people start. I don't think that's people's inherent like motivations. And a lot of the time I feel like humans don't admit how ignorant they are. For example, with fast food, I feel like the people who are creating fast foods genuinely think they are doing, at least when they started, a service to humanity. The fact that people can get food so much faster, and then as it kind of evolves and people are looking for that next big innovation within the companies or creating new fast food places, they start throwing more preservatives in there because then their stuff can last longer. They start doing this, they start doing that. and it like no one looks 10 steps ahead at the downhill consequences of all of that.
Yeah.
But like a lot of things don't start trying to be malicious, they start trying to help out with a good vision, and if they didn't, I don't think people would adopt them as much. But yeah, it's like what.
Yeah, as well. Then another like reason is sort of to make, again, life better or easier. But for me, it's just like, to me, a lot of time it breeds laziness. Is that like with our phones now, we can have entertainment. People, like my roommate, never leaves his room basically.
Yeah.
And he can just be entertained through dopamine, whatever, of scrolling, just through that. And then I think of, I watched it was on Short Media, but that like there's a couple influential people basically saying that probably the worst invention of like the 21st century is probably short media.
Yeah.
That it's just like destroying people's brains, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's quite insane that that is now the most dominant form of media. I mean,
yeah,
which it's not even true necessarily. It's probably is the dominant form, but at the same time, like long form media is also growing much fast, like
yeah,
at the same time, but they're both media. And yeah, short form media, I think one of the biggest disservices that a society like this has is the fact that many of the best and brightest minds of our generation are spent earning exorbitant amount of money for media companies to figure out how they can get more people, like how they can hijack people's brains and have more people on their app. And that's some of the best and brightest people that could have spent time developing other new technologies that would be so much more like better servicing humanity, but they don't, because that's where the money is. And I'm a very big lover of capitalism in general as a system, but that is a huge issue with capitalism, the fact that there is huge markets for things that are not productive, even though the whole point of capitalism is that it goes to the most productive things. Like, it's more productive for the company, but not for society.
Sure.
And
so how do we better align the two?
It's a fantastic question that I don't think I've got the perfect answer for, because if I did, get me elected and I'll make some changes. But I'm a big proponent of personal responsibility. I know that's an unenforceable outlook on life, but the only thing that I can do is live my personal life to the values I say, and then just hope that other people notice and start also trying to live that way.
No, I agree. I think living by example is the best way to try to change people's mindsets.
Yeah. And the problem is, if you don't, like, you could live perfectly, but if no one knows how you are living, then that's not going to make any change. So you have to figure out how you can also get people to notice it. Yeah,
it's just the thing of like not bragging or showing off or whatever. How do you tell people or show them in a kind, understanding way?
That's another big thing, is like, it's hard to find the right time to espout your values without making it feel like you are dissing someone else's, like without letting them get super defensive. Like, I've learned a couple strategies about it, which is like, be self-deprecating first and then say, or like, yeah, it's really hard because it always inevitably ends in some sort of awkward conversation. Or
sure, yeah, if you want to change someone else's behavior,
yeah,
then yeah, they're gonna be defensive.
and also it's you kind of have to like bide your time in a lot of ways, where it feels like this could be an opportunity, but if another person doesn't want to hear that at the moment, they're not going to listen. Like, you can't and like there's the old adage of you can bring a horse to water, you can't make it drink.
Sure.
But you kind of can make it drink if you put it in the sun, make it sweat extra, you do like, you start dehydrating it a little more, you do like, there is the ways that you could subtly nudge it, but it won't exactly make it drink, but it can motivate it to. And finding those small motivators is a big thing. And also like noticing what works for you in your own life and actually like learning to articulate that is, I feel like, a very powerful thing that a lot of people that are like are better at moving through life aren't very good at articulating. Like, that's what kind of philosophy is learning to articulate how you believe the best way to live is. And a lot of people suck at articulating it in a way that's understandable. And I feel like story is the #1 way to do that, is like learning how to tell a story very well. But yeah, it's
yeah, like something I should have done today but didn't think about it in the moment is when I go on these sort of longer walks, it's like a thing, I always try to bring like a bag and pick up trash as we go. But again, it's something that like I don't necessarily tell people.
Yeah.
But it's just something I do. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, I'm not necessarily going to influence anyone to maybe think about doing it in the future if I don't tell people. It's like this thing.
Sure.
Yeah, if you don't actually tell people of like your sort of good actions, things that you want to make them maybe change their ideas, then.
And it's hard to like not get like, if you're going to use technology to start espousing that, then you're going to get a whole bunch of like accusations that, oh, you're just doing this so you can show it off.
Yes.
And it's like, you can't get trapped by that, because I'm sure a lot of people do like end up like that. Like, there's been a lot of accusations at Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah.
That he just does it for the views.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, he is doing a lot of good. Like, functionally, he does a lot of good things. Yeah. Whether or not that is like taken away from him because he turned that into the biggest media empire personal brand that is out there. Yeah. Like, I remember watching him when he started, just like giving a homeless man $10,000. And like, oh wow, that's such a cool thing to do.
No, and there's like thousands and thousands of YouTubers who are now doing similar things. And he started a movement. And again, as you said, like if he hadn't shared, even if he somehow had the money in the first place and he hadn't shared it, it wouldn't have started so many others to do these sort of things. Like I definitely, like, when watching it, am inspired to like go and help others. But like,
yeah, I watched a video the other day that was like someone calling this guy like the biggest, like, I forget their exact argument, but it was something along the lines of like, he is like commoditizing people's personal value. The fact that he can use a single person, attach a monetary value to them, and then turn that into more money is like unethical thing. I don't remember the exact argument, but I was like watching that being like, no, because the knock-on effects of him doing this thing, that person might pay it forward. All the millions of people watching might do something to like do it. But at the same time, there is also people who will watch that and be like, oh, this guy did these things, and then you get the feeling of being good without actually doing any good. And that's the problem with a lot of content as well, is you can watch something and get the feeling that that like you were there and you were a part of it, but you're just watching it.
Yep.
And a lot of media
I thought about that.
has that effect on people, and that's what causes people to just sit in their rooms all day, is because they can get all of the feelings that they need to get without actually doing anything.
Yeah.
And that's like the addictive like concept of that is very incredible, because the further you go into it, the harder it is to get out of it, and when you do get out of it, the less comfortable it is, and when you go back, it's that much more comfortable, because like you're used to it, and it does sends all the signals to your brain to get comfortable. Like, that's why I try to personally get out of my comfort zone, like, more and more. I don't want to say as much as I can, because I definitely don't do it as much as I can, but like, I try to do things that's going to make me uncomfortable, because I know comfort kills. Like, at the end of is this a path?
Yep.
Let's do it. You want to turn around at like 10:45?
Sure.
We can do like,
Yeah, I have no idea if we're going way off.
it's a big test for the knees. We're good. We're good. No, my knees can do like literally anything. They'll just hurt after. Yeah. Like, I don't know about you, but when did you get your first like piece of technology when you were growing up?
I think it was grade 7 or 8.
7 or 8? Yeah.
Or like, does a DS count?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Oh,
what
DS.
was your like progress of like?
I got a DS.
Did you watch TV when you were like really, really young?
Yeah, we watched movies.
Movies? Yeah.
Maybe some. Yeah, definitely watched some TV.
Yeah.
Growing up, but,
Okay, this is muddy. Just didn't want my foot to like suction on the one side, and then you don't jump as far as you think.
No, I was the same. I was like so careful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Watch some TV, and then like grade 7, 8.
A phone was grade 8.
Grade 8, you get a phone, and then just more and more technology encroaches on your space. Like, have you had problems with like, or like self-diagnosed problems with like using technology, where it's like, oh, I shouldn't be using this right now, but I am, or like, I've turned to it super fast?
But then I deleted Instagram in like September, just basically being like, I don't want to use this anymore.
Yeah.
Because I found myself last year again was my maybe worst year of the 5.
Yeah.
But like, I just found myself sitting scrolling probably an hour a day. And yeah, I didn't like that. But
yeah, no,
I have a decent amount of, I would say, self-control to just like, I just look at the time or whatever,
yeah,
and I see it, okay, I'm gonna stop in 10 minutes. Then at that 10-minute mark, I just
you actually do. Yeah. Oh, that's impressive, because I get fucking sucked into those things like crazy. Like, I deleted Instagram for 2 months, or I actually just gave it to my fiance, like have this account, change the password, don't tell me what it is. If someone hits me up, just let me know what they said.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
Yep.
But you know, a couple of days ago she said she lost the account, so I re-got the password back, and now I've got it. And like, in 2 days of having it back, I find myself just like impulsively just turning it on, and I'm like, why is this a part of like my mechanism in my human body that I just want to turn this on right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I also started pretty young, like, yeah, TV, movies, DS, MP3 player, and then I think it was grade 5 I got my first iPod, like an iPod 3 or an iPod 4.
Yeah, I never had that.
And then with that, it was just like computer games all the time.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, for me it was like, as well, my mom had, it wasn't a very strict household kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but her like one rule was like no technology in the bedroom. I was like, and that's sort of a rule that I think I'll continue on
Yeah.
for my kids, that like,
Yeah.
that sort of, and yeah, her main priorities were sleep and that came from no technology in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Until I was like grade 11.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a similar thing. We had like, at different ages, you unlocked a different amount of time you were allowed to spend on it a day. It was like, you're only supposed to spend like an hour on it, and then you have to go outside and do whatever. But as I got older, the only thing that did for me is just make me more crafty. Like I was like trying to like outsmart my parents into being like, no, I only like did it this much, I can do it a little bit longer. Or like going out and hiding and doing it, and just like getting more sneaky in general.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like, instead of like rules like that, but maybe some kids need those rules, but it's almost like you gotta be a bit more like philosophy, like, hey, like it's a nice day, let's go outside. Like,
Yeah.
let's not sit and, but you but I have the 1 hour, like,
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, and it's like, I can't blame my parents whatsoever, because no one knew what was the right thing to do with technology at the time. And
Yeah.
especially like as I got older, like I was pretty good with it going like through elementary school up to like grade 8. Like I'd use it a little bit, but not that much. Then when high school hit, like, what the heck, such an interesting place. When high school hit, like, sure, yeah, I don't really want to cross that bridge. I feel like I'll break that, and then feel bad for breaking some forest dwellers bridge. Yeah, in high school I started playing a lot more like games on my PlayStation, and then going outside a lot less, and just like kind of dissociating away from like society and just going pure computer, like just get incredibly, and I was like doing it under the guise of, oh, how good can I get at this game or whatever. And
you play a lot of single player games, like obviously you're playing against other people, but like, would you play with your friends, or?
I would play with my friends, but I'd also play by myself just to like get better at it. Like I would always pride myself at being the best. That duck just flew into a tree. Watched it fly into a tree. Oh my gosh, it's muddy. Yeah, just take roads back. I don't really want to go back through this forest. Yeah, and then I would like say, oh, I'm doing this so I can get better at this and like beat more people. And then it's like, so I've always been very competitive.
Sure.
But I never had like an avenue where I was actually good at something. And then I got really good at like Fortnite.
Okay.
And I would be playing that all the time because it was like a point of pride for me that I could be so good at it and like compete in it. But like, that's such a meaningless pursuit. Like at the end of the day, oh, there's a root there. And the fact that I spent like a pure 4 years just like I'd have my like play hockey, I'd play football, I'd play lacrosse, but other than that I wasn't really outside of my house that much. And it's just so ingrained in me now. it's super hard for me to snap out of that and actually go out and do stuff. I think we have to go way back that way somewhere, but yeah, it's what do you think are like the biggest things that you do to try to avoid technology? Because you say like the people who are avoiding these things are like living the better lives. What do you think the biggest movers there are?
Sorry.
No worries. Let's pull out the map. Honestly, don't know.
I'm looking.
You're looking?
Yeah, I think we go straight until Thompson, then we can go right.
Go right. Yeah, sure. And it's basically just move
my
up.
friend, or like my best friend, just texted me, "Good morning, handsome. Time to kick the sheets and win the day."
Hell yeah. Morning motivation. It's always helpful.
Sorry, repeat the last question.
No, I'm saying like, what do you think? Because you said earlier that you think the people who are living their best lives objectively are people who are sort of trying to avoid all of this new technology in general. What do you think the biggest movers are that like people can do to kind of break themselves out of like reliance on this? Like at the end of the day, everyone's going to be reliant on technology in one way or another.
Sure.
But like, what do you think the biggest like separators that are impactful on someone's life are?
I think as like for me, it's as you say, sort of doing something hard, like the sort of getting out of your comfort zone. That like it puts everything else in perspective. Like whatever. Just putting myself in an example, like just one day I decide, okay, today I'm gonna freaking run a marathon or whatever, and then you go do it.
Have you done that?
Yeah, like I've done two, just or one around London, then this past summer one around Calgary.
Oh wow.
So I was just like, I have nothing to do today.
I'm doing a marathon.
I'm gonna run it. Again, like I'm a runner, like
you are trained enough to just
to
get that done.
But like 30K in, I'm like okay. But then the last one's like, bro,
Is that where
I'm
the
like,
wall happens?
Yeah, I'm like dying. And you keep pushing whatever and you pull through it. But then, like, again, in my opinion, my one roommate, like, he has his own bathroom, like, in the house. It's, like, disgusting. And, like, yesterday I just decided, I had 10 minutes before Sarah was coming, bro, let me just clean this shit. Like, he's been telling me he's gonna clean it for, like, 2 months. Spent 10 minutes, just scrubbed it down, cleaned it, whatever. And he was like praising the Lord, like thank you so much, whatever. I was like, buddy, it's like, it's not that hard. Like, it's 10 minutes, whatever. But he just can't motivate himself to do it. But I feel like if you do stuff that's hard, mentally really difficult, push yourself to the limit,
it kind of like minimizes the other things. That's you kind of I definitely think people like build up stuff in their head themselves, like they build like this cleaning the bathroom up as like this big monster that they don't want to face for whatever reason.
Or even like studying for an exam, whatever, like so many people like make it out to be this like so difficult, whatever, like hardship on them, because I think a lot of us, at least in Canada, whatever, at Western, have pretty freaking easy lives. Like, we're pretty privileged, whatever, that we don't have a difficult life. That like you start making these things like, anyways, like one of my friends was like actually like dying over capstone, and I had the same project, whatever, and I was just sort of chilling, like I was playing spike ball right the night before. Or whatever, if you time manage, whatever, and I just think that like things aren't that hard, but if they're your hardest thing that you've done, they seem really hard. So if you do some harder things on your own, then it sort of just makes grinding for 8 hours straight on capstone to finish, it wasn't that bad. I don't know, like for me, I have that mindset, and I think it's because of doing some hard things on your own.
What do you think are like when did you start kind of adopting that mentality? And what were the first couple things you did, you think, that are like hard things that kind of relax the burden of the more menial
Probably,
things?
late high school.
Late high school?
Yeah. And that was sort of just like me and my friends did like a bunch of like long bike rides, like I don't know, 150k kind of thing.
Oh wow.
And so those were like, bro, my legs are just like cooked. I'm dying, thirsty,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Yeah, then when you study for the test the next day, it's like, bro, I did that yesterday. Like, this is easy.
Yeah, I think one of the big things in the quote-unquote self-help space is like making proof for yourself. Like,
So what does that mean?
it's like you can say you're gonna do X, Y, or Z that is hard stuff, but if you don't have like any mental proof that you're the person who can do this, it's like another mental obstacle that you're gonna have to come across. Is like when you get to one of those walls where you're running a marathon or something, it's like, I don't know if I can actually do this. But if you got like proof you've kind of built up about yourself over the last however many years or months, then it's a little bit easier to like have that personal confidence that, yeah, I can push past this thing. And yeah, finding,
I think that's also a thing, like in terms of personal confidence, that like that I noticed between like Sarah and I big time, that she definitely feels like imposter syndrome, that she's not like good enough for things that I've never struggled with. I sort of like, nah, like I got this, whatever.
yeah.
Having that self-confidence is huge.
Yeah, I think self-confidence is a very interesting one, especially because I'm like incredibly confident in certain aspects of my life,
Sure.
but in other aspects I'm like the most imposter syndrome, or oh, I can't do this, like things in my, like,
Yeah.
there's certain quote-unquote vices that I can't push myself out of, that other things that other people would struggle with, I'm like, oh, that's the easiest thing ever.
Yeah.
And so kind of making that confidence stick to many different things, I feel like is very hard. Like I've done, it was kind of like 2 or 3 years ago where I started to do more hard things for the purpose of making other aspects of my life a little easier.
Sure.
I would do cold showers every day because everyone hates the cold, and if you can mentally push yourself through the cold every single day, then that's a big like mental victory that you can carry through. Or 100 push-ups every day, and like having that confidence that I can stick to a routine and habit every single day without breaking it. That's a huge positive for my mental state. Going on that stupidly long walk last year, that was another one where I did it because I knew it was going to be hard, and the fact that I can push through that gives me the confidence to push through other things in my life. And like that's all well and good, but the translatability I find to be very hard. That even if I'm good at this, like pushing through this one specific type of pain, there's another type of pain that eats me alive, like and I struggle to deal with that different type of pain. And it's, yeah, a tough math to follow. I definitely am also on the side of a lot more imposter syndrome than like confidence, but there's certain aspects of my life where I'm like, I have zero worries because I'm confident that I will figure it out. Like a lot of people who don't have a job right now are like really worried about finding a job.
Sure.
I don't have a job right now, and I'm also not worried about finding a job. I feel like if I sit down and actually start putting in a lot of effort for finding a job, I will be able to find one with no problem. But that's just a pure confidence thing. I don't know that that's true.
You can make it?
Yeah, we can make it. If we don't make it, we start jogging. But yeah,
Yeah, then other ways, I think, I don't know what it is, but maybe working on taking that first step. That like people a lot of times have these thoughts in their heads like, oh, I want to go for a run today, oh, I want to go clean the bathroom, whatever. And like once they get started, they're like, oh, I enjoy this, this wasn't that bad, whatever. Or but that initial step up off the couch, the getting out of bed early, whatever, if you can get over that wall, then I think you can do a lot in life, like just in general. Like,
yeah, I think people underestimate the power of momentum in their lives.
Yeah.
Like taking that first step, breaking that inertial, like 0 to 1 is so much harder than 1 to 100 because you already have that momentum behind you of actually moving through this thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like the power of compounding in your personal life, massive. This can we turn somewhere this way? There's a path. Nice. So I also don't know how this GoPro audio is going to be with all the cars driving by, but whatever. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's like I said, just having a nice nap in this cab. It's huge. Yeah, I like the idea of building up momentum, because with, like, for example, the doing something every single day, the fact that I've done it the day before and the day before that and the day before that and the day before that makes me want to do it so much more. That's like the power of the streak on Duolingo.
Yeah.
Like I'm learning a language right now, and the power of that streak keeping me on Duolingo is honestly pretty big. Like, you don't want to break something that you've already set your mind to.
Sure.
Kind of.
Yeah, just like, just something that my mom always tells me, that she like gets inspired from me or whatever, that like she always again has these thoughts like, I really want to get into running, whatever, but then when she's on the couch, she's cozy. It's like how to get up off the couch. That for me, I don't know, I just like just go. Like once I have something in my mind, I sort of just act on it impulsively and almost think about it after.
Yeah, that's
just go.
I feel like it's very rare for a lot of people, because everyone wants to like think about it, give me time to think about it, like, but no, because there's always, like, humans are very good at rationalizing. Even if it's in a bad way, you can rationalize stuff to yourself that you would never normally do. But if you're in a certain situation, you can rationalize it, because it's the human brain is wired to do, is to make you do what you want to do. Like, I find it very weird that it's like there's more than one, this might sound a little kooky, but there's more than one Owen in my brain. There's an Owen from high school where he just wants to hide away, sit in his room, play video games, get comfortable. There's an Owen that's kind of breaking out of his shell as of recent, where it's like, I want to do more hard things, I want to do this, I want to do that. And like, if I always have the one new Owen in, it's like, yeah, very different than right here. Then I don't know if you ever conceptualize it that way, but like I spend quite a bit of time trying to like analyze my brain a little bit, see what the hell's going on in there, because
yeah, I sort of more take it as like analyze me as a whole. Like, what do I like? For me, my driver is like, what will maximize my happiness?
Like, what do you mean by happiness there? Because
Yeah.
I feel like people would take that a whole different way than someone that's the way you're living.
Yeah, no, that like for me, that like that's, in my opinion, how everyone should live their life, to like maximize the world's happiness. If we can increase it, if there was a metric kind of thing, that like I get the most joy out of spending time with family or whatever, or traveling or helping others, that I really spent time, like a lot of time, just like reflecting, thinking about like what makes me happy. So then being able to spend as much time doing those things is like what I try to strive to fit into my life, making time for this sort of thing. And then I always like, I rationalize when I'm doing schoolwork 3 weeks before it's due. I'm like, I have time now, so then I'm gonna have time closer to do these things. Then I'm like, I can do the hard thing, start it before anyone else has even thought of it, because I know that it's gonna come to a time where something's gonna come up and I wouldn't be able to do it otherwise, but now I can because I've done this early.
Do you think about happiness in any sort of time frame? Because I feel like there's a big distinction between happiness and pleasure that kind of gets overlooked. Like a lot of people, I would say, in this modern day who would start living their life based off of what makes them happy, they connect that with pleasure and immediately start doing things that aren't necessarily good for their happiness in the long run, like getting on social media, playing video games. Like that's where my mind goes right to.
Interesting.
Like,
yeah, for me it's like, I try to think of like what truly makes me happy. That like, if it's video games, then I would say go do video games. Like if you can make a living out of that and you love video games, like I have a friend on the Frisbee team who wants to be like a game designer, and he plays like every Legends of Zelda, Elden Ring, all these more single player games, and that is like everything he loves in life is that stuff. And I'm like, buddy, find a career in that, make it work.
yeah.
That if you find that passion, like for me, I would say the people I almost admire the most are those who like love their career. I'm like, dude, girl, you made it. Like that is what I would sort of like strive towards in terms of happiness. That if you truly think that like whatever, watching porn is gonna be the thing that makes you happy, I think there wouldn't be a lot of people who say that like,
I think there would be. I think you underestimate the numbers of people that are
like that's
millionaires off that.
That's what they think is the thing that's gonna make them the happiest. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know how to say this without being like accusatory, but a lot of people that are kind of down in the dumps of like they want to be kind of like, no one wants to be super overweight, but they rationalize it saying, oh, I'm doing other stuff that makes me happy. But like no one, I don't think people can easily audit their life in the way that you can and say, oh, these things bring me the most amount of happiness. And if that works for you, I think that's fantastic. I don't think that people will be as altruistic with their happiness things where
their choices.
they like, I think maybe this is my cynical nature, but I think a lot more people are like more selfish in their ways of being happy. Like some people would take that and say, oh, what makes me happy? Making a shit ton of money. How do I make money? I'll sell some drugs. I don't care what happens. I just want to be happy by having a lot of money. And like kind of take the easiest route to their perceived end goal.
Yeah.
And like, it's not necessarily true that that would make them the most happy, but it looks like the easiest path for them to be happy, and they'll follow the easiest path to happiness instead of their quote unquote real path to true happiness.
Sure. I don't know, like I would say with one of my other roommates, he's going down like the investment banking route. So he's basically gonna do 90-hour work weeks starting like June, and he's gonna make a shitload of money. Like first year, multiple 100,000, then onwards to $500,000 in like 2 years kind of thing.
Yeah.
shitload of money, but he's basically only going to be working.
Mm-hmm.
You are like, you basically work, sleep, you have like roughly 3 to 4 hours to do other stuff per week. Like that's genuinely all your time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're still going somewhere like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see
Oh, to get
which
off.
way to cut back. I kind of want to avoid staying on Wellington.
Yeah.
I can just go right into this park, I think, and go down. Yeah, so
Anyway, so with this guy, whatever, that was his mindset. How can I make the most money? That's his like goal in life, basically. That he wants to just make a shitload of money. And I think that's the only way to like getting the nice big house, family, whatever. I think
I feel like family on there.
doesn't really
If you start looking at the history of people in that area, I don't think they've got some of the best family metrics of any profession.
Exactly. Yeah, and we always tell him that, whatever. But his sort of thought is like, he's even going to be like more attractive, whatever, if he has a bunch of money.
If you're attractive to the wrong people,
Yeah, that's what he said. But
go right through this field.
sure.
Hopefully there's no puddles.
But I would say his mindset over the last 3 years or 4 years of being my roommate has like changed completely. That like sees and thinks about what makes him the happiest. And like currently he's still on that path because he's already set down it. But he's like sort of saying now that like I don't know how long I'm gonna stay in this, like that he's
I feel like that's dangerous for that profession, because if you're not all the way committed, it's going to be even extra miserable. Like if he truly believed that in his heart of hearts, that would make him really happy, and he would like actually push through that time, then like all power to him. But if he's like got hesitation, I feel like there's going to be people out there that don't have that hesitation and will be able to like do more. Like that could be wrong, but like having the confidence that you're on the right path is, I feel like, very important regardless of what you're doing. I'm curious where you like how much of a distinction you draw between, from listening to you, I get more of, in my mind, just the way that the words mean. I feel like you're more maximizing meaningfulness in your life, and meaningfulness and fulfillment over, instead of happiness. Like,
yeah, maybe it's just definition of the word, whatever, that like the whole thing with like Bhutan, their metric on like instead of they don't try to maximize GDP, they try to maximize the happiness index as a country. And so whatever that means to you in terms of like that, I would just say like whatever people who I was with in Bolivia, like working in the middle of nowhere, these people have access to like a little bit of running water, tiny bit of electricity. They have like terrible diets, whatever. Like they're farmers in the middle of a mountain range, and they're all the time smiling.
yeah.
And I'm like, what are we missing in society that like people here are, in my opinion, happier than they are here?
Yeah, like people are happier in Bolivia than they are in Canada.
Or just the people that I'm around in Canada are always complaining. The people there are never complaining.
Yeah, I think it's to me personally, it's a crisis of meaning in this place. The fact that I don't know how it is in Bolivia or wherever, so I can't really talk to that, but I feel like a lot of people here feel like a cog in a machine, and I could be wrong, but from my understanding, a lot of places that have less access to technology and are more quote-unquote behind in the technological race, they are much more family oriented. They are much more like they have a larger meaning, because at the end of the day, it's a lot more life or death for them in their country. The fact that they have to provide for their family, they have to look after their family, they have to look after for their community, or something bad is going to happen. And like,
if they don't do it.
I feel like in Canada, people don't get that sense as much because I don't know if it is a safety net thing or just feeling like a cog that conglomerates run and everything now, and corporations, and if you feel like you're a small part in that, then you have a lot less meaning in your life.
Sure.
I think meaningfulness in the sense that you feel like you are making a positive impact on either like a large positive impact on a small number of people, or a small but positive impact on a large number of people. If people can take away meaning from that, then they are going to be happier. I feel like there's a
no, exactly what you said. That like, I just think meaningfulness is one way that I see of maximizing happiness. That like, I think it's the best way to do it, and the most like lasting, and whatever, and most maybe pure sense of happiness. But I would say like,
there's other ways
that like, exactly, that personally I've sort of got to understand my roommate Josh more and be like, like I see that him going out for a meal really makes him happy. So if he can't afford that, like the amount of joy that's on his face when he gets that like burger or something from a place, and or like a sweet treat, that I'm like, I think if he didn't have this, he would actually be less happy. That maybe he does need the money to get that. Like another friend, Cav, the amount that he talks about and will bring up different food spots around London, it's like the best thing ever, going out for different meals. For me, I don't give a shit. I almost never eat out. Yeah. But I think for some people, another friend, Kat, in class, like not the one in civil, the one in chem, that she loves clothes, loves fashion. I don't give a shit about fashion. She has like 40 pairs of jeans, like insane amount of wardrobe, and she is like, she knows it. She's like, I'm not necessarily materialistic, but she's like, clothes make me happy. Getting dressed up and whatever. That like, I think if you love that, then I think the meaning thing is made the best way and should be the core. But then these other things, like for me, playing sports is like, clears my mind. It's just so fun. Other people hate sports, so I'm not gonna say that like they should play sports. Like that's the way.
I would say physical movement is like, if I was like building a baseline of what people kind of, I don't know about need to do to be happy, but like I'm kind of thinking now, what are like the staples of because to me personally, I would flip that on its head, where meaningfulness is more important than happiness. I think that they get a sense of meaning out of those pursuits instead of a sense of happiness out of those pursuits. Like the fashion, they think it's maybe it brings them joy, but I think it brings them a lot more meaning to be able to look at whatever fashion like thing they're doing and being able to go through the process of picking out the right thing, doing this, doing that. That brings them like more meaning in that time, that they care about this so much. It does bring them joy, but it more importantly brings them like, maybe I'm conceptualizing it just opposite to you, but fuck, I forget where I was going with that point. But I think, like I don't know what the staples are of a happy life is, but I would say some sort of physical exercise, whether even that's just walking. Like, I don't think a mind that just sits still all day is going to be as happy as one that gets out and moves at least a little bit. Like, going back to biology, humans were designed to move. They were designed to get up and move around, go pick some berries, go hunt a lion, whatever they have to do. That's part of the human design. I think they're designed to be.
But do you think that with how society is going, that the humans are being designed for something else?
No, I don't think that the needle has moved on human evolution
Yeah, it's
nearly
such a short
a
time.
little bit in the last,
Yeah.
even like, I don't know if you've read the book Sapiens, but it's kind of like a history all the way from
Yeah, my stepfather actually wanted me to read that. I read like the first couple of chapters. But
yeah, well, it starts out back in hunter-gatherer
Yeah.
and goes through from 10,000 years ago when we started agriculture all the way to today. And we have hunter-gatherer minds. I think that's what a lot of the big tech and big media places have figured out. We have hunter-gatherer minds, and that's what they try to hijack. Part of our hunter-gatherer mind is a small, close-knit community that goes family, close friends, and then larger tribe. That I feel like is stripped away in the modern world. People try to get that from social media, but they don't. I feel like movement is another big thing where people have to be doing stuff that physically exerts them, whether that's sports, whether that's just going for a walk, whether that's going on ultra marathons. Doesn't matter, just something that makes you move. I feel like getting like lots of sunlight and being outdoors is part of that. I don't know what other pillars there are, but I feel like if you could follow those, you'll get the most amount of happiness or meaning, whatever you want to maximize for.
I think even a pillar for me is sleep.
Sleep, yes, that was another one.
Yeah.
I always think about the big three pillars of staying healthy is what goes in your body, how you rest, and what exercise you do. If you can maximize those three things every single day, get a good night's sleep, get a little bit of exercise, and put only good things in your body,
Yeah.
you're healthier than 99% of the people out there.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm like, most of my family is like,
Cross,
most
yeah.
of my family is like quite overweight,
Mhm.
like quite obese or whatever. And we would, like, other than my parents, and we sort of say that like, with my family, you just sort of can't outrun your fork. Like that their diets are just not good. And even if they increase their exercise by half an hour a day, you just
That would do nothing.
yeah.
Like the amount of calories you burn
Yeah,
is
nothing
minuscule.
compared to having that like a big brownie every night, whatever. That's just like, it's like a full hour run to burn that shit off,
Yeah.
or more than that.
I've kind of fallen in, not in love, but I really deeply enjoy the pursuit of, like being able to master my body, where it's like, you can control next to nothing in your life. If you think about it realistically, a lot of stuff is out of your control. The only thing you can really like try to control, which you can't even really control because a lot of it is done through its own mechanisms, is your body. And so like, I love the pursuit of being able to like intentionally gain weight or lose weight, or intentionally learn new movements that I can do with my body, get stronger, like do these different things. That pursuit of like bodily mastery, I feel like is something that's really important to me, and I can understand how it wouldn't be to someone else. But just a little bit of movement, and then also a little bit of discipline around eating, and then also a little bit of discipline around going to sleep at a good hour. Those three things change your life. Like, I recently started like emphasizing my sleep, and I track it on my Apple Watch every night. Last year I was averaging like 7 hours. This year I'm averaging over 8 hours a night.
Oh.
And it just feels so nice to be able to like know that I've got that backbone of energy. If I feel like I'm tired, it's probably just a mental thing. I'm probably not actually tired. And food is something that I'm still battling, because God, I love a good snack. But having discipline in the grocery store itself is the biggest thing for me.
Yes.
I don't keep any, like, actually I hadn't bought an ice cream in over a year, and yesterday I freaking broke that and bought some ice cream because I heard on a podcast that it's actually not that bad for you, because it's mostly just creams and milks and whatever. But regardless, like, having the discipline in the grocery store to go fruit, meat, eggs, checkout. I don't go through any of those like center aisles, because I'll just grab something and I like.
Yeah, for me, there's like, I guess I'm like so cheap that the idea of spending money on that stuff,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't even cross my mind to buy it. Like, I'm just like, nah, like there's no way I'm buying that.
Oh my god, I think that like cheapness in that sense is also one of my superpowers. Like, I'll get invited to like go out to go eat or something like that, and I'm like, I really don't want to be spending money on that right now. Like, I always want to find something free to do to enjoy my time.
Sure, yeah. I mean, for me, again, I go to the extreme, like, maybe I shouldn't sometimes, but like yesterday after Capstone, like, we went to the beach and then we went as a group out for dinner.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get anything. Like, we're just like, all of us, there's like a group of 5 all getting a bunch of food. I ended up just eating the girls'
Extra stuff.
yeah, because they left half a pizza and then half a pizza, so I had a full pizza myself. But
Oh my god, that is so funny.
I just like did not want to buy anything.
Oh, I love that. I love people who can take stuff to the extreme. Like, I don't love extremists, I'm not going to say that, but I love people who can take something to the extreme so much that they are willing to do something like that. I think that's like,
Oh yeah, like when I was in Switzerland, like this couple months ago, it's so expensive there, but I came back and I lost 5 pounds because I basically starved myself. But I did not want to buy food.
oh my, and I bet it would be the opposite if you went to like an all-inclusive where everything is
Oh yeah, so how it worked is like I was there for a couple days, and then sort of the all-inclusive like conference started, and the conference covered like 80% of the meals, but on the meals that weren't there, I just wouldn't eat.
yeah.
And then on the meals that were there, I would finish my portion, take the other person's portion, and then another person's portion, like triple meal, just there to maximize.
Yeah, that's are we crossing here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the probably best street to go down. That's like the one, there's not that many that cut all the way down. So it's one of the quieter ones.
Yeah, and there's speed bumps, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I like doing extreme things where you like don't compromise to the bitter end. It's that says a lot about someone, is if they can like take something to its extreme.
Yeah, the thing for me like last year was like generosity. That was like my big takeaway, that like at the end of the year last year, that like I was so frugal to the, we had to keep going straight a bit and
Okay.
cut across.
Yeah.
Was that I would find myself being like, whatever, it was $5 buying someone something, like a friend, we went out, I don't know, and I would be like afraid to like give them a pack of gum. I'm like, no, like it's mine, whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
like, I'm at the point where I have money, like why, and this is like my best friend, why am I being stingy?
Yeah.
Like again, I can be stingy on myself, whatever, but
Yeah.
so
Well,
that's a big takeaway.
I feel like that would also, let me know if I'm wrong here, but that probably also gives you a little bit of like, I find it gives me meaning when I can give someone something and like say like, oh, I really appreciate this and I give you this gift.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's always a something that brings me joy that I don't do very much, like, or enough. And actually I started to get kind of back on that a little bit, where I'll start buying people like a little bottle of something or other. Like when I asked all my like groomsmen for my wedding, I bought them all like a fancy little bottle of whiskey, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I really appreciate you. I got you this thing, and I would love it if you could be there with me for this. And like that gave me a lot of meaning. And then when I finished capstone, I just went and bought another little bottle of like gin or rum for my group mates, and on our last like meeting I'm gonna give it to all of them and be like, hey, I appreciate you guys working with me for this. I know I'm difficult to work with sometimes. I appreciate you guys sticking through it, and give them like a nice gift. And I feel like gift giving is a something that I have to do more often, because yeah, it does feel weird sometimes being like, oh, there's like it is kind of priceless being able to give someone something that like just gives them happiness.
Sure.
Um,
There's definitely an art to gift giving. Like truly,
Yeah.
I don't know, if you gave like Sarah, my girlfriend, a bottle of whiskey, it'd be like meaningless to her.
Yeah.
Like she just
yeah,
doesn't
you have to
drink.
find something that you like,
Yeah.
or they like, which is, yeah, something that's kind of difficult as well, where it's like my family gets each other gifts Christmas and birthdays,
Yeah.
but it's always like a text of like, hey, what do you want? And then you kind of just buy it for them. There's not a lot of thought that goes into it.
Yeah.
And last year, 2 years ago, I started thinking, what can I do to like get for my family that they can't just get themselves? And it's like, oh, an escape room. We can all spend an afternoon at an escape room, do some
Experiences,
experiences, stuff like that. And
Yeah, same. Like for me, what I'm doing right now is like I compiled like a ton of photos sort of from all the years of me and my family, and making like these like photo books for all of them. And that's what I'm sort of giving to them, like kind of as like a goodbye gift before I go away for a year
yeah,
and travel. That like, yeah, that again, I could get them a $20 gift card, but is that really
that's-
as meaningful
yeah.
as like this sort of picture book?
yeah, it's also the same thing with like me and my fiance. We're both very cheap people when it comes to gifts, but like one thing she did was like make a whole binder of like with lots of different like printed out pictures, and like all with fancy like pop outs of pictures, like something like that, like a cool little thing like that. And I was like, oh, that's like so sweet. And then I wrote her it was like 15,000 word or
Well, that should be better if we go
up.
here.
Yeah, let's
We have
do
to
it.
go back one,
Oh, did we go too far?
or just one, just to, so we can stay off the main road.
Oh, true. Yeah, like I wrote her
Actually, no, we're gonna
I think it was like 30 pages of just like, hey, this is all information you're gonna need to know about me if we're gonna get married. It was just like outlining a bunch of different things in my life, the way I think about things, the way that it was basically like 101 questions that I just answered, and like just
yeah, like
went
putting
fully
the thought into
put
it.
a lot of thought and effort into it, and then gave it to her for one of our anniversaries so she can know more about me. And like things like that are gonna be harder when I feel like it's gonna be harder for me, at least when we get older and I start getting more money and I can just go out and buy nicer and nicer things.
Sure.
But actually taking the time to do some detective skills of figuring out what you actually want, and like hitting you with a surprise. I feel like a surprise is always appreciated as well. And like stuff like that just gives a gift more value to the person. And also, yeah, experiences as well is like, I watch a lot of like business podcasts or videos or whatever. There's one guy, he was a investment fund manager,
Okay.
and his whole thing of like strategy for getting money from investors was like not exactly whining and dining them, but pretty much like, hey, do you want to go parasailing with me? and just like inviting them to do crazy things, like based off of what they can figure out about the person, and just taking them on crazy experiences to build like a much deeper connection with them. Because you, like, if you go through something like interesting with someone or hard or whatever, it's a lot more memorable and meaningful.
Than a simple nice dinner that those people will probably
go on all the time. And there's another guy who bought like box seats for some NBA team and would just like constantly be inviting people out on like random nights, because I'm sure they get taken out for dinner a whole lot, but do they get treated like a whole like entertainment night like that? And yeah, that's through a business lens, but that's also like on a personal level. You can do that with friends, like organizing like something that me and my fiance do for our like really close friends is we're starting to organize like a cottage get together every year, where we just like I'll organize everything, I'll book everything, make sure the food's covered, make sure rides are covered, everyone can get there. Like I'll do all the logistics and everyone can just have an enjoyable weekend. They can pay for it because I can't fucking foot that bill, but like stuff like that is gets a little bit better connection between people. Because I feel like that's something that, like as I said at the beginning, like this is why I started this podcast, is that I don't feel like I'm having enough meaningful conversations, and I feel like this has been a really good conversation.